y'all. I am the oh so serious one who cares way too much what you think, Michelle Welch.
And I'm the not so serious one. Don't really give a damn what you think. Host Roger Welch. So what's up, Michelle?
Well, this week we have some guests with us. We've got Claudia Escamilla and Laura Pace.
Hi.
So we are going to discuss what, Roger?
What are we talking? Oh, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. We're talking about Sasquatch today, right?
Yeah, and so we chose Sasquatch because that's all I ever hear about at our house.
No, not all. We have aliens too.
Well, aliens, and maybe Sasquatch is an alien. So,
If you saw my post today,
which one?
the one with the, taking the suit off, it was alien underneath.
Oh, yeah. So we thought, Roger's going to just sort of lead us through this journey called the Stinky Sasquatch. No, I'm going to sort of be irreverent, you guys. I'll lead off with, I'm always the disclaimer one. I talked to my friend Lexi, who is in, okay, so let me get it straight, Lexi. So I don't offend anybody by saying it wrong. Lexi is in the Rosebud Sioux tribe. She lives in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
And their family's really good friends of ours and good friends of Soultopia. And so Sasquatch or Bigfoot is actually for a lot of Native American tribes, you guys, is known as a spirit animal and is very revered by many Native American tribes. And so if I'm joking or kidding tonight, just know that most of it's aimed at Roger. I am not trying to offend anybody except for Roger. I'm kidding.
What the hell?
So, and
Seriously.
here's our Bigfoot
I got
totem that Laura gave Roger
This
for
is
his
for my
birthday.
this is for my birthday. Yeah, my totem animal.
Yeah, so last year.
Yeah.
So anyway, take it away.
So what are we going to talk about? Okay, so I knew, first of all, I knew Michelle was going to hit me up with the stinky Bigfoot. Okay, because that's what. Okay, so on Facebook, there's a couple groups, all right, and I'm going to find them here where I actually posted those last night because they were even asking me about the podcast today. So some of them are going to tune in and listen, and if you do tune in, if you are on there, I see a couple of people are on there. Comment on the Facebook page, and we're live, and also comment on the YouTube so we can actually see what you're saying. We got Erica over here. She's going to be answering some questions too, right? Yeah. Okay.
And also, we have giveaways during the show randomly, and at any time during the show, we may do readings. It may be at the top of the show, middle of the show, end of the show. We're never going to tell you, but you have to be live.
Because we're going to ask some. We're going to ask some questions, and we're going to need an answer for who. Yeah, we're going to need to know who's going to be up for this.
Who's paying attention?
Test.
That's right. Yeah, test. And we make it tough also.
So take notes.
So, wow, crapola, where did it go?
The test. Did Michelle make the test?
Oh,
Yeah,
I failed the test if I took it, yeah.
We actually found a couple of those last night.
So you posted on a couple Facebook groups.
That I can't even find now.
But about him being stinky.
About him being stinky, because no, actually it wasn't that he's going to be stinky. What I said was, Michelle's going to say, why in the world does anybody want to find Bigfoot? He's just a big, hairy, stinky guy. Isn't that what you said? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I did post that. And I said, hey, guys, help me out. Tell me what we need to tell her, why we need to find Bigfoot.
So
what? Some of the answers I got was, we need to give him a bath.
Okay,
He just
that's not my job.
Okay, so
Because I barely can give my dog that's this big a bath.
Well, that's true. Well, and she passed. Bigfoot passed out. Going to be okay.
Yeah, Pixie, our 4-pound Shih Tzu, is that the proper way to say it? Shih Tzu passes out and has panic attacks, so she's banned from the spa. So Bigfoot might pass out. So why else? Seriously, why?
All right, and the other one, Daniel, I know this one came from Daniel, is actually the scientific study. Because if you look at it, the whole scientific study of any of these animals, the crypto animals, it's cryptozoology, which is a pseudoscience. And so it's all about the science part of discovery. Just like any of the past animals, if you kind of look at it every few years, well, I say every few, maybe every 5 to 10, there's an animal that pops up that we didn't know anything about.
Yeah, that's
True.
fair enough. Yeah.
right?
And not all of them are cute,
No.
No.
but
some
we
of
want to
them-
know about them anyway. So
I
let's
mean-
like take a poll on the panel.
Okay.
So what for you, Laura? Do you believe in Sasquatch, and so what? Why, and why do you care?
Okay. So not to alienate myself from the group. No, I'm kidding. I believe that there is something out there. And the reason I believe it is because when I was little, my father, we lived in Great Falls, Montana, and he was in the Air Force, and he used to work out in missile silos, and apparently there were sightings of Bigfoot and footprints, and he used to tell me stories, all kinds of little exciting stories when I was a kid, and I just kind of grew up on it, and so I want to believe that there's someone or something out there. The curious part of me wants to believe it, so I would say yes.
Roger.
Yeah, it's kind of tough not to. I mean, there's been so
We
many
all
other
know what he
sightings.
believes.
Shirt tonight.
Bigfoot crossing.
Of course. So, but you gotta. I mean, because you hear people say, "Oh, it can't be. Why can't it be?" It's like aliens. Why can't it be? So I do. I mean, I think there's too many reports, and I get it. Some of these reports are not real, but there's too many factual reports. There's too many of the video. There's pictures. Yeah, they're a little blurry, but still, there's something there. It's something larger than a bear. Something smaller than an elephant. It's got to be something out there, right?
Is it smaller than an elephant?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, not
But
gray.
taller, right?
Taller. Yeah, they reach up to like 8 feet tall.
Okay. So I will tell you my short opinion is I actually think there might be. I think it's stranger. It either goes to there's not, or it's really more bizarre. Like they're not multi-dimensional, like ultra-dimensional, and there's some portal that they're coming through, and then we see them, and then we don't see them, and that's why they're blurry.
Oh.
So it's either all the way no, or even more cryptic than people are saying. That's my answer.
Claudia.
I don't believe. I'm like St. Thomas. If I don't see it, I don't believe it. And I have a theory, but I don't know.
I want to hear the.
Let's hear your theory.
Let's
Yes,
hear it.
let's hear the theory.
This is my theory. Like hairy men have higher testosterone, so if Sasquatch is super hairy, right? So if there's a Sasquatch, it would have already like reproduced like crazy, So where are the little baby Sasquatches?
Roger, where are your sound effects?
Oh, so I found this really
So-
cool app, guys. It's called Bigfoot Calls. There's an app on there. So just for Claudia, because she said, "Where's the babies?" There are babies. There actually are videos, and there are.
Are they
pictures.
blurry?
If you see me like when I wake up in the middle of the night to go get water, you'll be like, "That's a Sasquatch." Just like a little while ago when it rained, like I had to
Yes.
put a ponytail because it was like,
Sasquatch hair.
yeah, like a tiny, like maybe it was the baby Sasquatch.
Here's the baby. Here's the baby Sasquatch call.
What's the
See?
big Sasquatch
Oh,
called?
there's a couple. So you have the female. Yeah, it's loud, right? And then you got the howls.
That totally is
Sounds like Fred Flintstone.
no.
How about the whoop?
That is so demeaning to the Sasquatch.
So how do we know that the Bigfoots or the big feet, what is the plural for Bigfoot?
Well, that's what I'm.
Sasquatchias?
That's what-
Sasquatchias.
No kidding.
How do
It's
we know
Sasquatch.
that some
It's
of the
Sasquatch.
ones that they've seen aren't female? We don't know.
Well, and does
Actually,
it just
the
have
Peterson
one
film
Bigfoot?
is female.
The Pearson,
The Peterson film they say is female.
How?
how do you know?
Boobies, no boobies.
Has to be this.
They're hidden
So
between
what
those
Roger
hairs.
is referring to, and this is going to be my notes, is the 1967 original picture in Bluff Creek, California.
So tell us a little bit about your notes.
Bible.
Well, no, I
Looks like you
did.
got like an
I
entire
didn't.
book over
I,
there.
I did take some notes
The Bible
just
Sasquatch.
because.
Because she's prepared.
No, because I'm prepared. No, so there are some standard characteristics of Bigfoot.
Mhm.
Do we want to hear those?
I
Yes.
do.
Okay.
But first, may I ask just one little
Yes.
question? Why is it, does it just have one Bigfoot and one's foot is small?
Small, that's why it's 1 foot.
No, he's big. He's got big feet.
Well,
So
then
why
it's
isn't
foot.
he big feet?
I don't know.
Look,
Because that's the plural form of
That's why I don't speak good English.
Okay.
Because it's confusing.
All right.
I know.
All right. I'm ready.
So, okay. So, normally, and remember, the Bigfoot hasn't ever been confirmed. We've just had sightings. They've never found bones. So, they are as tall as 7 feet to 15 feet. That's pretty tall.
Yep.
Walks on 2 legs, what they call a bipedal. That almost sounds obscene, if you ask me.
Let's just call it pedal.
Bipedal.
Even though that's not a T, it's a D.
Bipedal. Yeah,
Okay.
They walk upright. They have a loping gait. They lope.
Mm-hmm.
Roger lopes. Long reddish brown fur. And they're usually alone. So maybe that's why we never see them with babies.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, they live a very isolated life.
Maybe they need to
It's
come
the
and see
hermit.
me. I could help them find a mate.
It's a hermit.
They're very wary, but intensely curious of humans.
Oh, Roger. That's just a description.
Very
Well, because,
wary.
and I'm sure they're wary because I was listening to one of the things, I think, Laura, you sent it, or one of the many million of things saved on our whatever.
On our TV?
On our TV.
Not now, because now I
Well,
got
not now, but in the-
TV.
Yeah,
I
but.
turn it on. All I can do is say Bigfoot right to
Bigfoot,
the
I
remote.
that.
You know,
and it
but you
comes
wake
up.
up in the middle of the night and it's Bigfoot this or Bigfoot that or some ancient aliens. And,
Blame it on the aliens.
and it's always saying, you know, and the people are going, and then I went over there and I was going to shoot him. And then, I mean, I can make fun of that because I'm from East Texas, so I can talk that way.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, no wonder they're wary of strangers and
Right.
because they're all going after him with trying to shoot him.
Well, yeah.
No.
No, I'm not saying shoot him. I'm saying, yeah, he's going to run from them.
But how?
Well, and I'll tell you, actually,
I mean, I don't think that's the way you go after. If you really are genuinely trying to go, like Daniel said, you're trying to discover another species, or you're trying to discover another, you know, an animal that may be near extinction, which in Russia they've been they're on the endangered species.
Exactly.
Like I did my research.
Really?
Uh-huh, they
Wow.
are.
There's some really good
That's
videos out of Russia,
interesting.
too.
Yeah.
Really good videos out of Russia.
They, I would just think it wouldn't be going after them, hunting. You know, you might want to be careful if they're going to come after you think you might be endangered. But a lot of them, because I posted something and Roger said it was really offensive, so I took it down in like 1 second. I posted that. Can I say it?
I guess so.
Did y'all see it? Well, I posted.
see it.
I don't
She
mind
posted
if
it
I
like
don't
at
mind
5
if you
a.m.
find.
this
I
morning.
don't mind if you find Bigfoot. It's just that all the people looking for Bigfoot, I'm not sure that I want to meet them. He thought that was very offensive.
Like,
But
yeah.
it is because the ones that I usually hear in the middle of the night when he's left the TV on is the people going, you know, and then I was over there with my gun and I was going to kill him and I was going to do this and I was
Well,
going to do that. And I'm like, okay, that's
It's
not
usually
very
the ones
impressive.
out in the woods, though.
But are they like
Yeah.
like beings of adaptation? So they would have already adapted. Even alligators in Florida, they come towards you, and before they used to run away.
Sure.
So why is he not
Sure,
coming?
they watch out
towards
for you. So, actually, okay, so since you brought up Florida, I will tell you,
There's
I guess
sightings
it's
in
kind of,
Florida?
yeah. It's actually in Florida, it's called skunk ape, okay? And the thing about that is a friend of mine, and I do find this one pretty credible because he is a friend of mine. I've known him for years, never lied to me.
I like that.
I
Okay?
like that. I guess we're all
But actually,
credible
I like that he qualified that.
Yeah, right. Because I know that I'm gonna get hammered by all of y'all.
never
no,
lied to you.
he does hunt. His actually his grandfather was one of the longest state senators in Florida, so he was
He sounds credible.
just a pretty credible family and everything. They were hunting and they were out and heard the noises, the grunts and the grunts and the whoops and stuff like that. And then they were like, we need to leave. But he didn't believe, Bigfoot, skunk ape, anything like that. He just did not believe in it. So he actually said, we need to get out of here. I don't know what that is, but let's play safe and let's go. So as they're going out of the woods, all of a sudden they do see a couple of shadows come across that they couldn't make out, but then they smelled him.
Oh.
And he never went back into that section of the woods again hunting.
Oh,
Okay.
the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So how does it smell?
It's the skunk ape.
Obnoxious.
And that one actually, because you're talking about the colors, they see those being more of a kind of gray, silvery black versus the more reddish colors.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I believe it. Believe it.
Good.
This is the believing side.
The believing side, the
Well, I'm
The
the,
non-believing side.
no, I'm
That's true. You do believe.
it's even probably crazier than people think side. Like,
Yeah.
because here's the thing, a lot of people don't believe what I do for a living. So they don't believe anything maybe any of us at the table do. They think you're making it up, you're a fraud. And I know for sure that I see things. I see spirits and all those sorts of things. And I don't have to convince them I know what I know. So if they don't believe, that's fine. So who am I to say they're not telling the truth?
Right.
So I am laughing and trying to have fun with it. But if they really have seen that, then I'm also trying to say I don't want to be rude about it it's just not my area of interest. I'd rather find something really beautiful. And like, I'm so fascinated by when we were talking about, hey, should we do this show? And Laura and I were talking about, because Laura makes the graphics and stuff. What should we do next? And it's something Roger would really like, and I said, Bermuda Triangle and aliens and all that, because those are really interesting. And it's not that it necessarily, I don't know, the water, all that fascinates me. But Sasquatch, there's just something, he just doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it for you?
He doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
The hairy, you either,
The
Erica.
hair.
No, get a,
To me,
just
I just
something
need to
about
see
him.
them.
Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't,
Just doesn't.
I'm just not
ring a
that
bell.
interested.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, remember, like, Roger posted, like, the Sasquatch getting out of the,
The alien costume.
yeah, like an alien inside of the Sasquatch costume. So, are they linked together? Because I went for the full moon, like, the big eclipse last year, to this camp in Washington called the SETI. I didn't believe, I was just going for the eclipse, nothing else. I didn't believe in aliens, nor anyone, but the person that I was going with does believe in that. So there's like a piece where you could like sky watch, and I saw the spaceship, so I was like, okay, there's aliens. Okay, I see. But the Sasquatch, they also like appears there. And we were like in this little yurt, and at night you could hear like something crashing, like, and I wouldn't like want to go to the bathroom. I was like freaking out. But in the morning, it was split like really high up, and there was like no rain, no thunder, like what could have split that thing up. But never saw it, so I still don't.
So you heard something,
Yeah, it was bad.
and you're too scared to get up and go pee.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, get up.
Sounds
I
like you
need to
believed in
pee."
me.
You
Sounds like you
believed in
believed in
something.
me.
Well, no, it's called being precautious of the noise.
Scared of the noise.
Well, it could have been.
It's been like
Jason.
being smart.
That's
I mean,
another-
could have been
that's
Jason.
another
yes.
no.
I was like,
Wait, what's that camp?
Oh, Crystal Lake.
It wasn't Crystal Lake.
no,
You
this
were
is
fine.
Eddie
Go
Camp.
pee.
No.
Let's save that for another show. Another show. Jason.
So you know,
Ready?
how about this then?
Okay.
We, out of the 50 U.S. states, there are actually Bigfoot reportings in every state except for one.
Texas.
It's
Afraid
going to
of
be on the
Mexicans.
quiz. It's on the quiz. It's on the
It's on the
quiz.
quiz?
It's on the
Oh.
quiz.
Okay.
I think it's
I'm-
Texas because Mexicans don't like Bigfoot.
I go with Louisiana.
Do you want to do
Are
the
you
quiz?
kidding? In Louisiana, there's actually a ranch in Louisiana you can go and camp and Bigfoot hunt.
Oh my
The
God.
whole camp is it's like 2,500 acres out there.
Really?
Yeah, you can go and camp.
Is it in South Louisiana?
No, it's actually outside of Shreveport.
Oh,
She's from Louisiana.
See
the
there?
Piney Woods.
The
Yeah.
Piney
But,
Woods.
and you have the Creeker Boggy Creek at Texarkana.
That's right.
So it all stretches
right.
right down.
That movie freaked me out when I was little.
Really?
Did you see it?
Yeah, they're doing a remake.
Scary. I can't wait.
They're doing a remake.
We're gonna go see that.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Well, you know what they
No.
have been having a lot of sightings of in
Interesting.
our neighborhood? Besides the bobcat
Coyotes.
and the coyotes, and yesterday,
Pecans?
kidding.
At the pool.
Yeah, there you go.
Now that we're not at the pool anymore.
Snakes.
Oh, I
Snakes
saw one
and
at
a huge rattlesnake. Dinosaur.
Oh, my
And
God.
at the at Central Market.
That was a rat snake.
That was just grass. I think they were all probably grass snakes.
They were all rat snakes.
rat snakes.
Because they get kind of fat from eating all those rats.
We saw one
I'm glad they're
Rockwell.
eating
It was
rats.
like this
Yeah.
thick
Yeah.
and like super long.
Yep.
This guy went back and forth and
So
How about this? Number of sightings in Texas.
1,486.
Credible sightings. 177.
Oh, 107.
So I have this app. It's called
Well, that's a cool
yeah,
app.
this app, BFRO, and it actually breaks down all the sightings.
BFRO.
Credible. Yeah.
Bigfoot
And you
Research
can actually
Organization.
click on this because Neil just said, oh, there were sightings up, and that's all woody. But like in let's say up where he lives, up north there.
Just
where
a
they got
note to
this-
Neil. No more tarantula postings.
post.
Okay.
Yeah, those
Ugh.
So
Get
in
nauseous.
up in Denton, they found tracks off the Greenbelt corridor outside of Denton.
Really?
Uh-huh. And the second, there's two sightings in Denton. The other one, man recalls being spooked by loud vocalization near McKinney Bridge Road.
Let's go Bigfoot hunting. Why
Okay.
not? Throw a
Why not?
pony keg in the back. Let's go.
Yeah, I see there.
One of the theories is that they do go through in and out of these portals, and it's almost like and this was on Gaia.com. They
Oh.
they
Yep.
have videos on there. If you guys want to look them up, just look up Bigfoot, and look up on Gaia.com.
Really?
And it shows,
Mhm.
there's this one area that's known for all these portals and all kinds of stuff happens, and I can't remember where, but it was really interesting. All kinds of stuff happens. It's like one of the most paranormal activity places, like anywhere. Yeah.
Really?
What is the soul
I'm
made
gonna have
out
to
of?
watch it.
Just look on Gaia.com and look up Bigfoot because that's about all I remember. Yeah. I didn't write it all down. But y'all want to do the quiz? Do you have more that you want to say?
No.
What was
Oh,
looking
she's
at?
got a book
No,
over here.
no. No,
And
I'm
Jeff just said, and I was
Should I
Jeff,
mention the giant Tithopithecus? I can't even say it.
Yeah.
The giant
It didn't sound very good. That was a
that
female.
one wasn't good.
That was a
That
female
was not
Sasquatch.
right. That was not
I wanted
right.
to repeat that one, but then I figured
No.
I get smacked on
Roger,
both sides over here.
Giant Tithopithecus.
What?
It's a descent. Okay, apparently, Bigfoot is supposed to be a descendant of the giant Tithopithecus. I can't say it.
What is that?
It's a tongue twister and an orangutan. And they lived together 100,000 years ago, so that's why there's like this theory.
Both male.
No, they're not both male. I mean, I don't know, but they live in Southeast
You
Asia.
said like you said
This is where they
the
came from.
emperor and the orangutans.
Yeah, and they came from
It-
Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And they came over on the Bering.
The Bering Strait.
Yeah,
Walked across.
they walked across, and that's
Yeah.
how we got them.
That is interesting.
That is interesting, right?
And if you actually look, I mean, because people, oh, that can't be real, it can't be that big. But look at a little bitty sloth.
True, it looks
Okay,
like him.
what did the sloths originally in Peru, right? The giant sloths in Peru,
Yeah.
they were huge. They just kind of got smaller.
Let me see.
Now we're going to go sloth hunting.
Do y'all want to do the quiz?
Let's do the quiz. Let's
All
do
right,
the quiz.
everybody get a pen and paper. Here we go. You ready? Everybody follow along.
Do we answer?
Two.
Yeah, everybody answers.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm
not
gonna
out
tell you
loud.
the answers
Is this a
as you go.
contest?
Well, no, not out loud. I'll tell you the answer as you go. So don't say the answer
There's
out
multiple
loud.
choice.
Okay.
So
Well, that's easier.
everybody answer in your head. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The study of animals that are not recognized by science, like Bigfoot and Yeti, ooh, these are making me dizzy, is called A, cryptozoology, B, pseudozoology, or C, fraudology. Fraudology. I kind of gave that away. It's probably not C. A or B. Okay, do y'all know? Should have your answer now, and the answer is what?
A.
Yeah,
A.
cryptozoology.
Cryptozoology.
Roger said out in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, he did. He's giving you some clues. I'll skip the ones that are boring. Okay, y'all ready for the next one?
Yep.
I'm
Yes.
sure you are, but I scrolled way to the bottom. All right, the next one. And that includes like Loch Ness Monster and other stuff like that. Okay, the earliest accounts of Sasquatch don't mention the tall ape-like creature we think of today. Instead, they refer to what? A bipedal black bear, escaped zoo monkeys, or giant Indians. You'll have your answer? The correct answer is giant Indians.
Oh.
Yeah. And it said British Columbia school teacher. And by the way, this is on, if y'all want to prove these wrong, it's not me. This is, y'all could look it up. Don't cheat, though. I just Googled it, and it's how stuff works. So they could be wrong. But they did say British Columbia school teacher John W. Burns selected the stories from Native Americans on an Indian reserve in the 1920s. Okay. The word Sasquatch originates from the folklore of what Native American group? Now, y'all don't get mad for me mispronouncing this. Tillamook, Tlingit, I can't say it, Tlingit, or Coast Salish. Okay, it's the last one.
Oh, because it
Because
sounds
think
like
of it.
Sasquatch.
Sounds like
That's what I said. See.
Oh.
Okay. This man's 1955 Bigfoot encounter is considered the first modern Sasquatch sighting. Gerald Simpson, Sam Farnsworth, or William Rowe? Do you know?
No.
It's Rowe.
Rowe.
He said
He was on
that
the
he
church
said
Rowe.
the creature was 6 foot tall, and he was covered from head to toe with dark brown hair. He was hairy. Are y'all bored or keep going?
Why if we
No,
was
keep
him?
going. Keep going.
Which is a scientific name given to Bigfoot. I thought this was interesting. A giant, a gigantic, oh God, Gigantopithecus,
Oh, that's it. That's the giant
Enormous
sapien.
or an Apioid erectus.
Mhm.
It's the first one,
First one.
the gigantic whatever. And that's because of the Asia thing that you read. Okay. According to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Association, BFRA, which state boasts the most Bigfoot sightings?
Washington.
You just told everybody the right answer.
Oh,
Claudia. Good
I just
for
heard that one. I don't know
you.
anything.
It was, the choices were Florida, Washington, or California. Of those, it's Washington. With 600, at the time of this survey anyway, with 618 sightings, Washington might as well be called the Bigfoot state, is what they say. Bigfoot's snow-loving cousin, the Yeti, is usually associated with which mountain range? The Himalayas, the Andes, or the Rockies? Anybody?
A?
The Himalayas.
I guessed.
It's also called the what? The Yeti's also called the...
Abominable snowman.
That's right.
Yay!
Okay. Somebody else want to take over read?
All
Want to hand it to Laura, or do you want to do it?
I'll go to Laura.
Oh, okay.
Do it,
I didn't- I
bud.
should sure-
Because you
Um,
don't understand.
The term Bigfoot was popularized after huge footprints were found at a construction site outside of Klamath, California in what year?
Give us the choices.
Oh, sorry. 1758, 1858, or 1958?
Okay. Answer is
1958. Bigfoot plays a starring role in what 80s movie? Harry and the Hendersons, Big, Tall, and Smelly, or A Creature from the Deep Woods?
we all know this one, right?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons, that's right. What company airs Messin' with Sasquatch commercials? Slim Jim, Jack Links, or Oberto?
Jacqueline.
I honestly haven't heard of any of them.
Jack-
Jack Links,
Mhm.
that's right. What now relocated NBA team's mascot was Sasquatch? San Diego Clippers, Vancouver Grizzlies, or Seattle Supersonics? Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skip. If it sounds boring, skip it.
Okay. All right. Okay, this is a good one. According to a 2007 Baylor religion survey, well, that's interesting.
Baylor?
What percentage of Americans believe Bigfoot absolutely exists? 3.1%, 13%, or 44.3%? Which one? Oh,
What
sorry.
did they say?
3.1%.
See, I read somewhere else that it was, what did they say, Roger?
It was actually a little bit higher. It was
Yeah,
like
it was like
13%.
13 or 14%.
yeah, something like that,
Another
yeah.
study, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it depends on the study,
You're right. I mean, who they're asking.
yeah.
So last one?
Yeah.
Want me to do this last one? Okay. What duo captured the most famous film of Bigfoot at Bluff Creek, California in 1967? Hawthorne and Neal, Gimlin and Patterson, or Davis and Walters?
Patterson.
That's right, Gimlin and Patterson. Dun, dun, dun.
Most famous
Yeah.
Those were tough.
So if y'all want to look that quiz up, it is on howstuffworks.com, and then you just look up, and it's got a lot of questions. It's got like, I think 20 or 30 questions. So obviously we can't do all of them. So how did you guys do?
Got it all figured out, right?
Yeah?
I bet you had more knowledge than you realized.
There's a lot of hard questions in here, though, really. It was interesting on that Harry and the Hendersons. I was watching one of the documentaries, and one of the scientists, and this guy was, pretty serious and pretty credible guy with a lot of credentials. And do you remember him saying this? He said that was that show was not actually that far off,
Right.
which shocked me.
Pretty close.
He did. He said that. And he didn't go into explaining why, though, which then made me question his credibility a little bit and go, what? But maybe we need to watch it again. I don't know what
Maybe.
part.
I haven't seen it in ages.
I know, but I thought that seemed kind of funny.
We can have
But,
Very interesting.
all right, play your little sounds again.
Oh, the sounds? Oh.
You know what would be funny is every
So-
time somebody said something good, ding, ding.
I could have done the wood.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
I could have done the wood knock one.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, tell us about the
Oh, I
wood.
forgot.
What's the knocking thing?
So that's how they actually communicate and here. So when they're in the woods, they will take trees and, hit against other trees or together. And that's so they can communicate, far distances back and forth.
I don't get it.
You don't get it. They even have how about this one
So they
then?
know where you
They
are.
even have a certain sound to alert everybody else, all the other animals, all the other Sasquatch, if there's humans nearby. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned it back down. Sorry, turned my phone down.
Okay, so I have a serious question. Is this supposed to be a joke, or this app, or is this serious?
It's probably a little bit of a joke app, but it's probably not too far off either.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
They
pretty
really,
interesting.
they
They
sound
really
like that.
do the wood knocks.
That I
That's
do.
why when you see them on like Finding Bigfoot or any of the other shows where they're trying to prove the fact. So they will take like a couple pieces of wood and large pieces of wood and bang it together for that wood knock sound to try to get. What they're trying to do is actually get a response back.
Oh,
Because you got to think about it. If you're in the woods, and you do have, you hit the wood, two pieces of wood together, and you hear back this. There's nothing out in the woods making that sound.
No,
Except Claudia.
you're right.
Oh my God.
Ran out to
Well,
bathroom.
actually, when I get lost, I go cuckoo, cuckoo,
Oh,
and then my sister finds me at the store because I always get this. I'm like cuckoo, cuckoo,
I'm sorry.
and then she finds me.
I'm trying to be
'cause-
respectful.
Can I give?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So I have a surprise. I'm pregnant. No, I'm kidding.
You're not the
Scared
baby
me.
daddy.
No, I'm kidding.
She's going to have a baby Sasquatch.
No, so because Roger is Bigfoot or Sasquatch's #1 fan, I have a little surprise for him. Here's his #1 fan trophy.
Oh, now this is cool.
Aw. Show it, Roger.
Check this out.
Zen.
Isn't that cool?
It's very
You're so
well,
nice,
thank
Laura.
You're welcome.
Sasquatch.
Look,
piece
he's
of mind.
going to go up here, by the way. I'm
Y'all,
putting
Which
it
one
by,
is that?
what did I say?
I'm putting it by my voodoo doll.
Erica,
See?
I knew.
This works perfect.
guys-
Do y'all like this?
this set is is
about
gonna
to.
have, it has
Explode.
so much stuff.
This is where, yeah,
Collapse on
It
us.
looks good. I love the scorpion.
right?
And he
Oh,
can,
I got my scorpion, I got my knives over here behind me.
so why don't you do a giveaway for the Sasquatch bracelet?
Oh, yes. So
Okay,
the
yeah.
bracelet of the week is Soul Sasquatch. And it's Earth Healer, Environmental Steward, tune into nature, and aid with the healing of Mother Earth.
Mhm.
Bronzite, jade, and wood.
Nice.
This beautiful bracelet.
So we're going to do a giveaway with this. Okay, so Erica, you're watching YouTube over there. I'm watching on Facebook. Okay, so we're going to give a question today. Okay, a question. Now, let me find. Let's see here. If you see a Bigfoot, okay. Well, let's see. Let's make this right here. All right. So I've got it pulled up here, and I know this is kind of a joke, but that I saw out, but it's actually kind of a thing. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 things to do if you see a Bigfoot out in the woods.
And this is kind of
Okay.
a joke.
Well, I'll explain it in a minute. But
Okay.
the first person who types in either on Facebook Live or on YouTube, and Erica, holler out what you see. The first person that types in one of these 6 things wins the bracelet.
Stop.
So just take a good guess, and then we're gonna go over it.
Neil cannot play.
And Neil,
Neil,
Neil will know. Yeah. Well,
Neil.
actually, I think Neil would probably
Sorry.
do break all these. Yeah, he'll break all these. Don't worry about it. Except for one.
Neil will do what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah. So, and it does take just a second because of the time lag there. So, and I'm gonna tell you what this actually is. This is actually a Bigfoot warning from the Forest Service Department of Agriculture.
Get out!
Okay, see, it's actually a
Is that
warning.
real?
And I found this as a warning label. And so it says, attention campers. I'm gonna flip it this way, sorry. Attention campers. Due to the increased flow in the Kern River, the Bigfoots are coming down from the high country to feed on fish and vegetation at the river edge.
I've never been there.
Neil, he said run. All right, so
Did he win?
yeah, actually,
Wrong.
yeah. So it says, do not be alarmed if you encounter. Remain calm. Follow these simple steps to stay safe. Ready? Here's the 6. Do not run from Bigfoot. Do not chase Bigfoot. Neil, I know you do that same shit. You've been chasing and running. Do not yell at Bigfoot. Do not feed Bigfoot. Do go about your business. And do take pictures.
Who got
Yeah,
it?
take it. Carla Nichols.
Carla Nichols. Carla Nichols wins. So it sounds like
Well,
what they
actually,
would
we
say
had
with
Neil.
the
We
bear.
had both of them
I
chime
thought
in at
Neil
the same time.
said run. It says do not run.
Do not run.
Yeah.
He got it wrong.
Or soul
Or soul
yourself.
yourself.
There you go.
I
That's a
like
good
the
one, too.
Neil said run
Remain
though,
calm
right?
part.
Yeah. Remain calm.
That's
Isn't that
what I
what you're
would be
supposed to do
doing.
with bears?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what they do
actually,
with bears.
and the thing about it is if you're kind of calm, don't freak out, you're not, and let's say they don't. When I was in the Smoky Mountains, I see bears, deer all the time. Deer were actually pretty gentle. I mean, in the Smokies, deer will actually come right up to you.
I was like, why are you comparing deer and?
Well, actually, yeah. So, but bears, when you see them in the Smokies, you kind of just stay calm. You don't run, you don't yell. You just kind of hang out. I take a few pictures, and then I back out from where I came in. So it'd be kind of the same thing if running across a bear in the woods, or across a Sasquatch in the woods.
So I have a statistic.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the reason. This is maybe one of the reasons why Bigfoot still isn't proven. That only 20, I think it was like 22% of sightings. Wait, no. 22% of people who see Bigfoot actually report it. So, like, there's another 75. Well, I'm not good with math, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The 70+% other percent, 78, thank you, Claudia, don't report it. So, because they may think people think they're crazy or they don't believe what they saw. So there might be more sightings out there that are just go
That
unreported.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, this is with any of them, like ghosts, aliens, UFOs, any of that stuff. A lot of people don't report it because they're scared of what people are going to think.
Or the men in black will come.
Or the Men in Black
Right.
are coming after you. The government.
The government.
Well, that just was a report.
The men in black.
No,
Yeah.
the U.S.
I've had to
Navy
watch a lot of
pilots.
shows on that too.
Oh.
And there's a new movie coming out. Yes.
Oh my. Okay, so who won that?
Carla.
Carla.
Carla Nichols.
Carla, here's your bracelet right here.
Carla. We'll mail it to you, Carla. Cause
No,
Carla.
Carla,
No,
you
you
have
have
to
to
come
come,
get it.
please.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
Carla
come
has
get
to
it.
come from Oklahoma get it.
And
Um,
bring it.
and
So
let us know.
Bigfoot's head.
Do we have time?
There's sightings up there.
When did we? Okay, so we have time for a reading.
Perfect.
So let's do a reading, and we'll all just give like a lightning reading. Lightning. Okay. So who did he? Did, first person who asked for a reading. I know there's a little delay. And we will give them. And if not, we'll just give a general one. Usually they come after. That's a lot of cards.
I know.
Lexi would like a reading.
Okay, Lexi. So these will be perfect for Lexi.
Yes.
So here, I'll pull a card for everybody and we'll add. Okay, so
Okay.
here's your card. Roger, here's your card. I'm doing that because I'm shaking. And then you're going to use
Yes.
this, right? Okay, so this is for Lexi. You want to start?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I got Sacred Mountain. And Lexi, I feel like there are a few obstacles in your way that you've been trying to overcome, and know that at the end of the day, you will be able to see it through.
Well, I actually kind of to build on that is that I got the polar bear, and even on the bottom is his warrior heart. But what I liked about it on the polar bear, if you look, he's going straight at it. So go straight at it. Don't try to, attack. Kind of go at it as far as you're hitting it head on. Okay? Take care of business straight up. Don't try to deviate off of the path. Just keep going straight at it.
Okay. And for my card, it's offerings is what it says, but I looked more, and these cards are beautiful. They're called Native Spirit Oracle Cards by Denisse Lynn. And they're beautiful cards. And I see more of the sunset. And I feel like for you, more to get out and actually make a grid at sunset for something that you're specifically wanting to manifest regarding your business right now. To make a manifestation grid for that.
So Lexi, right now, she's it's all about your business and the money flow. Just know that all those obstacles are a reflection of what you're thinking, and you're creating the obstacle in your brain. Follow your intuition is the key, because luck is on your side. So don't let the mental aspect confuse you in the physical form, because that's where you need to be careful of who you're trusting and who you're doing business with. So
Sounds good.
Mhm.
How much time?
Got another minute and a half.
Okay, so,
Carla is another one last.
okay, so we'll do another lightning round for
Okay.
Carla. There we go.
All right.
And again, we're going to use Native Spirit.
I got
and-
two.
So you're going to read fast with your two. And we'll start with Claudia this
I didn't
time.
do
Okay.
that.
And Claudia is reading from the Rana George Lenormand.
yes. So right now, Carla has been a little bit stressed and clearing away like things that no longer serve her at home through a renewal process. It just says there's still all these lessons that you're learning. The more you shed your skin, it's gonna like rejuvenate you and make you feel younger and alive, and peace will be restored.
And I'll keep it short. I don't know if you can see this card, but it's beautiful. It's called Spirit of Water. And I love how Claudia said the rejuvenation. And I believe that for you, the clearing for you will come through the water. That's a portal. And so get around some water to connect with Spirit in that way.
What do you got? Spirit of water?
Yes.
I got spirit of fire and spirit of earth.
Oh, wow.
That's because
Cool.
they be having a lot of
So
water.
it's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
So
It's all, a lot of the elements.
Even with the Spirit of Fire, if you look, the Spirit of Fire card has the water in the back of it. So, and I do not see it in the Earth one though, but in this one I do. So I think if you are looking at these, it's actually a combination. It's not just one thing that you're working with. There's several things you're focusing on and working with, and you need to use all of the elements with your practice that you're doing.
Okay. I got prayer feather. It's very beautiful. So for me, I feel like that you might be looking too far ahead into the future. Don't forget to focus on the important things that are right in front of your face. Sometimes we can get too caught up in what could happen or what might happen, and instead focus on what's happening now.
Well, thank you guys, especially Laura and Claudia.
Thank
you
you.
for having us.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks, you guys, all of you, whether you believe, if you're believers in Sasquatch, if you're not, again, we wanted to have a little bit of fun with it tonight. We never really want to poke fun at anybody's beliefs, whether you believe in something, you don't believe in it. All of it is welcome with us and SOulTopia. Roger's my husband. We totally have different beliefs on a lot of different
we
things,
had
and that's what keeps
yeah.
life interesting.
And we actually had some of the cryptozoology people. I was chatting with Jeff here and stuff, so it's really good.
Yeah, so it actually keeps it really interesting there. And there are, if you guys want to find, what's Jeff's last name? Do you remember?
Sorry.
Jeff Stewart. There's a lot of
Crypto-
people
yeah,
that
Crypto Hulk.
have a lot of information that's a lot more detailed than we're giving, of course, on the show today that you guys can look up.
Oh, yeah.
But for
Well, we're a little limited of time.
yeah,
so
we try to, and we always go over, and our producer,
Erica's
we
over there
appreciate
snapping her
you.
fingers at
And
us.
so we'll wrap it up. What we try to get out of this show is to let you guys know just what we did tonight, that really what matters to your soul is really what matters. That's what it all comes down to, is what matters to your soul. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.